So we got my man Luffy out here hitting him with the Maximilian Pegasus. Seto Kaibo, my boy. You've activated my trap card. Toon World. I was like, what? What?
Point him out, any money. I told her I got it on the low. Look, your mama her savage on the low. Hey, told her you got it, let me know. Look, okay, girl, you got it, here we go. Dang.
What's up, y'all? So listen, this is unprecedented. This is on some next level Toon World, Acme, Looney Tunes. We're in our bag every Saturday morning cartoon you can think of right now. Oda was like going through these pages of every old school cartoon. He was like, oh, we about to get in this bag. We about to get in this Acme bag. So I had to come back real quick and break down 1045 spoilers with a bit more detail, because now there's a full review that came out. And let's just talk about this. Check this out. So first and foremost, it's all the same thing we discussed earlier. It begins on the rooftop. Kaido's talking about, oh, I thought you died, Luffy. I did too. Kaido says, you know, the way your properties are similar to Paramecia and Zoan. It's interesting because your awakening allows you to affect the environment like a Paramecia. We saw the same thing with Doflamingo when he turned his environment into thread, and that's what Luffy's able to do when he turned the ground into rubber. But then, you know, Kaido was like, but you're also Zoan because you're having a physical transformation, which is, he's like, where'd he get that at, bro? Where'd he get the mythical fruits at, bro? I mean, mine's dope, but what's popping up with this? You get the 2-for-1ers? I need that. Where we get that at? And yeah, he was caught off guard. You know, Luffy's in the air, all right? And now this is where the new spoilers come in. That reading this, I was just like, this is about to be so crazy when it gets animated. This is about to be so crazy when it drops, and I'm so excited because, Yo, Luffy's a boy, Jesus. All right, Luffy's relaxing while floating in the air, not really paying much attention, while Kaido says all of this, and Luffy's bouncing in the air, and there's like bouncing sound effects similar to like what we noticed with Gear 4 and that bouncing noise. Kaido opens his mouth and he bites Luffy while he's in the air, not paying much attention, kind of like ignoring him. And Luffy tries to break free, screaming, "You bastard," as Kaido's trying to bite through his rubber body. Then, with some time, Luffy stops resisting, letting Kaido swallow him, but then Luffy proceeds to transform his body, and he slithers serpentine-like in a zigzag pattern down Kaido's body. And get this, this is where when I'm telling you some Toon World cartoon Saturday morning, Popeye the Sailor Man, eat the spinach, man, all that crazy stuff happens. Check this out. So while he goes inside of Kaido and he's zigzagging down his body, Luffy reaches all the way into his gut. Essentially, it's what they're saying. And then he goes gum gum fusen. Balloon for my homies out there who don't know that one thing with Japanese, because we heard it 1,000 times. I'm like, oh, I must be Japanese now. Gum gum fusen, gum gum balloon, and he blows up inside of Kaido and he causes extreme pain. But get this, he expands Kaido along with it. And here's what gets interesting, because you're like, wait, so is Kaido like super flexible? Is this like anime logic? Is it just made him stretch? No, get this. So at this moment, Momonosuke and Yamato reach the rooftop in time to witness expanded Kaido, extremely discomfort. And they're like, what the hell's going on? And that's literally what Yamato says. She's like, what the hell is this? Who is this? I don't know this dude. Kaido wouldn't have no baby. When did he have 3 twins on the way? Or 3 triplets on the way? Stomach super elongated, and she's cracking jokes like, Kaido got fat. And Momonosuke's like, I don't understand. Kaido, what's going on? Kaido says, dang, what's going on? My body is rubber now. Which is showing you Luffy also has the ability to affect his environment and living things. All items can be affected by Luffy. His Paramecia ability, which is kind of crazy. There's so much that's happening in this. Join me. Join me on the trip of Oda greatness. Check this out. All right, so Kaido's like, dang, what's going on? My body's rubber now. Luffy, oh, 2 lights. And when he says that, Luffy's arms emerge from Kaido's eyes. And to Kaido's surprise, he grabs his nose and he goes, Gumu Gumu no escape room. And he pulls himself out of Kaido's eyes like Gumu Gumu no rocket. And he just blows out. And once he's in the air, he expands into Fusen mode and just propels himself out, kind of like when you let air out of a balloon and it just expands. And he's just flying out the air, laughing, cracking jokes, she, that stupid Luffy laugh when he takes nothing serious and just like, oh, this is the best time ever. While Kaido's over there like, was that rape? Did you just rape me in my face? What just happened? And it's crazy. So he's in the air, and then Luffy goes, Gumu Gumu no. But just then, Yamato and Momonosuke are both shocked and looking at him with their anime, super confused, which I'm sure all of us were when we heard these spoilers. And when we watch this, or when it gets animated, or when we read this, what? it's wild. Before Luffy manages to stomp. Okay, well, I skipped, my bad. So when they get surprised, Luffy goes, Gomu Gomu no Higante, giant. That's where the spoiler got really interesting. He turns into that giant, god form Luffy that everyone's been talking about, and he proceeds to stretch his leg down, and he stomps Kaido. He's so large, he's towering over Kaido. He begins to bring his foot down to stomp Kaido from above. Momonosuke says, who the F is that? And he says, why is Luffy's voice coming from this person? I don't understand. Because again, they haven't seen Luffy in this new transformed state. They just heard the voice or the heartbeat initially, and they assumed, okay, so Luffy's coming back. But now this is their first time seeing the full image, the full visage of Luffy in his Nika form, his full awakening gear 5th form. And they're just like, whose man's is this? Because I don't know who this dude is. This is not no Luffy. This is UI Luffy. So before Luffy manages to stomp Kaido, Kaido bites Luffy from the side, causing a huge reaction from Luffy, which then Luffy grabs both Kaido's horns in one hand and he screams, Gumu Gumu no, squeezing his body while it's still elastic and rubbery, and it starts to squeak while he's doing this jump rope. So now my man Luffy want to disrespect my man Kaido, the strongest creature, the big OG, the top 3, the goat of all goats. My man Luffy is out here stretching my man out looking like a used up towel in the shower after you about to get some of that nice, and he's getting some cardio work in midair. Keep this in mind. While this is happening, they were still in air while Kaido was trying to attack him, and they're plummeting. So my man is falling from the sky, midair jump roping. If this isn't some cartoon-esque-ish, I don't know what is. Next thing I'm expecting to see the Acme, pool of dynamite in the bottom. They all hit and explode or something like that, which is ironically what's going to happen in a second. Check this out. So as they're falling down and Luffy hits him with the gum jump rope, Kaido goes Bodo breath. Enormous blast, point blank range right inside of Luffy while Luffy's holding his neck doing the jump rope. Disrespectful. My man Kaido's like, get your hands off me, player. We don't play like that out here. Get the glizzy, pull the strap out, hit him with the Bodo breath, point blank range. And I'm like, Kaido about that action. Kaido about that satisfaction. So, catches him. Yamato's like, Bodo both hit him properly, and it hit him point blank range. Luffy's body and his clothes are completely pitch black. Typical cartoon stuff, right? Then you hit the blink blink, and typical like that. The ash all falls off him, all the black, and then Luffy's like, oh, he shakes it off. That hurt. My man is out here living in his greatest Saturday morning cartoons. All we need is the cereal, and you know what I'm saying? We're good. Captain Crunch preferably. Fruity Loops, maybe, but Captain Crunch. Fight me for all y'all who hit on the Captain Crunch. So, all that happens. His hair is burnt. The dirt comes off of him after the ashes when he gets blown up. And then Luffy then goes, I won't let that go. He shakes off the charcoal. He revs up similar to like the Roadrunner, legs all spinning like this, and then he blasts himself back to Onigashima, leaving a smoke/fire cloud trail behind him, like the Roadrunner with the fire on the floor. I'm like, huh? This is so out of pocket, bro. And it's so funny because I'm like, this is manga, but somehow we all were like, but man, it has like a line that it doesn't cross where it's like, this is too goofy. And this isn't goofy, but it's just like, oh, Luffy's out here with the GTA cheat codes. He's like, you thought this was bad? Up, down, left, right. God mode, activate. We out here, guys, breaking and hacking the system, doing whatever he wants to do. And Kaido's like, the hell am I supposed to do about this? And Luffy just whispers in his ear calmly, lose. That's what we watching right now. Kaido getting that sweet embrace of justice from Luffy. Jesus Christ. So he blasts back to Onigashima. He reaches Kaido in his hybrid form, and Kaido is swinging at Luffy, and Luffy is swinging his arms like a windmill, saying, Gumu Gumu no, and just before then, Kaido jumps up and he says, Conqueror of 3 worlds, swings his bow, and he goes, Ragnarok, catches him with that attack. Typically, to keep it a bug with you, I couldn't tell you any of Kaido's abilities because they all look the same. I'm like, my man winds back, and he swings with the baseball bat swing. That's it. And I'm like, hey, Kaido, cool names and all, but I'm going to need some new original techniques because you can't just say the same move and give it a different name and then make us think it's a different attack just because the electricity looks a little darker. But I mean, hey, good play. I just don't believe it. I need you to step your game up. I need you to hit some TOON World abilities. You hear me? Let's go. Okay, so he hits him with the Ragnarok. Luffy's head gets blasted through the rooftop and into the live floor. His eyes are popping out similar to how we saw in the other one, cartoon style, ding, 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 ding. And after he hits it, he gets these lumps on his head like a camel, and they show it. And Luffy's like, that hurts. His face terrifies all of Kaido's subordinates. And then we see Law, Kid, Chopper, and Nami with the same shocked reactions. Eyes popped out, googly-eyed, tongue waggling at Luffy, like, what the hell is going on? And I'm like, oh, so we all in on this cartoon action. We all in here living our Saturday morning lifestyles right now. Cartoons for everybody, hack me, bro. Bugs Bunny game. So it's getting real crazy. So then Luffy struggles and he squeezes his face back through the hole in his neck after Kaido smacked it into his body with the Ragnarok. Listen. And then he proceeds to go back through the rooftop. His face snaps back to his body hard and he falls back over. It's just so much going on here, bro. Kaido's like, this is similar to an old school Japanese cartoon, the way you're able to just move your body like that after I hit you and just pop back into place and then slide back up. So like goofy, so cartoonishly. And Luffy's just like, she. And I think Kaido's kind of like, this is reminiscent to like stuff I used to watch as a kid, but this doesn't seem right because this is real life in the sense of, you know, the manga. But yeah, so Luffy goes, ow. Kaido's like, it's been a spectacular show, but you reached the limit after all, right? You can't take me down. Luffy stands up, determination on his face. Shut up. Who's reached their limit? Come at me, cuz. And I'm just like, oh my God, Luffy. Jesus Christ, relax, bro. Relax. Okay, as he says this, his Nika features disappear and his hair turns back to black, showing that Luffy is gassed. He's exhausted. And when he transforms back, he progressively goes through all the stages. His hair was all white. He starts to slowly go back. But when he goes back to his base form, Luffy, his skin is saggy. It's droopy. It's extremely aged because that took a lot out of him. So Luffy, weakly on his knees, says, I'm so tired. Kaido's annoyed. And he's just like, who the hell do you think you are, Bakayero? Hit him with that bastard talking Japanese. I read a couple of words. Come at me. And he takes a knee, though, digging his Kanaba into the ground. Now he's kind of like, oh, snap back, caught me off guard. You was over here hitting me with the Chicos, and this Kaido's strength isn't almighty. It does have its limit, but goddamn, that hurt. And now they're both on the floor, a little exhausted, and he's just huffing and puffing, both of them. Luffy, oh yeah? Oh man, I forgot, I almost died. And this Gear 5 is extremely exhausting. Kaido then responds, die without worries. Someone will remember you. Somebody will recognize you, and we will speak of this. But right now, you can't fight. You're done. Luffy responds, I really don't need anybody to remember me. As he's breathing, exacerbated. When we die, all that's left is our bones. She, laughing. My man Luffy out here dropping gems, dropping them Kendrick Lamar bars. Be humble out here in these streets. Yamato's like, is that really Luffy? His hair and clothes have changed drastically when we saw him with that, with the Nika form and his awakening ability. But now he's back to normal, and they're just like, holy snap, that's really Luffy. But Momonosuke's like, but his voice is disappearing, which is telling me the voice that they heard from Luffy to signify he was alive is starting to weaken and wane, which is what I'm thinking. Like, so is he dying again? So is Luffy starting to die all over again? Like this was like a final gambit, hit him with the KO, Ken, give me everything you got, and then, anime slow-mo dramatic fall, the rest is up to you, hit him with the Vegeta, it's up to you, Kakarot, fall over, you know what I'm saying? So, Momonosuke says that. Luffy stands back up with his hands on the ground like how he does in Gear 2 pose, and steam and smoke is coming from his body. He says, it's not over yet. Momo, Tama, Kinimo, Pedro. R.I.P. to the GOAT, Pedro. We won't forget you, tatted on the chest. And he says, let's go. Awakening his Nika form again, his eyes blacked out. He's getting the steam, he's getting the hair transforming back white, and he's ready to go. Luffy then, after all that happened, Kaido is smiling in his hyper form, talking about, oh, you're gonna die. I'm gonna enjoy this, I'm gonna enjoy taking you down. Luffy emits his Conqueror's lightning haki, and then he thinks, you scare me? You think you can scare me? He responds that, rise my heartbeat, stating Luffy, and then Kaido raises his Kanaba towards Luffy, bring it on. So now they're getting ready to come at each other and clash. Luffy doesn't notice this and is dancing happily to the drums of liberation, the sound effects. It's a ride, that sound, meaning, I'm assuming, that the heartbeat at first was starting to wane and he was losing his abilities and starting to die. But hearing that heartbeat come back again, that sound of liberation, I'm starting to assume is tangent, or not tangent, it's parallel with Luffy's Gear 5th / Nika Awakening. When he hears those heartbeats, I think that's like a tall tale sound to signify that, okay, it's activated the ability, and it just happens to be the sound effect that it makes when he activates that ability again. So now that Luffy is accustomed to it, he's like, okay, now I know I'm back in business. Okay, so he hits the ground. Boom, 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 bring it on. Luffy doesn't notice that this dancing happening. He hears the noise. Yamato says, watch out, Luffy. Luffy notices Kaido's Kanaba as it hits him, and his head wraps around it and conforms to its shape, as if the Kanaba had been pressed deeply into a big piece of gum that wasn't tough enough not to get pierced through. So essentially, he's like, it just conforms around the hit. So Luffy's really just pure rubber. He's just, everything is rubber. So he's just negating, nullifying, taking hits to the chin. That's all you got? Yummy. I eat these for breakfast. I'm like, not I, Luffy. Not I. And definitely not Kaido. Kaido's like, Jesus Christ, player, chill. Guard. Where's the ref? Jesus. Yamato is shocked. Luffy runs away with his legs like an old cartoon character running, and his head still shaped like the Kanaba surface as the Kanabo hits the ground. And he says, that hurts. Kaido swings his Kanabo. Oh my goodness, there is so much going on, man. Kaido swings his Kanabo down again, this time with his Hashokaki, the Conqueror's Haki lightning behind him, and it hits Luffy, driving him into the ground. But the ground is like rubber rather than rock now. And it doesn't break through it. Instead, it just bends in and gives him a lot of force to pressure back. And it pushes him and in by the force of the blow, as if a huge, these spoilers out of pocket, as if a huge fat kid is lying on his way on the floor on a bouncy house. I don't know who wrote this spoiler, but y'all are disrespectful. These fat kids out here, bro. Listen, then it rebounds and Luffy ricochets back into the air with his body pressed together like an accordion after Kaido came and smacked him down, essentially, and flattened him. Luffy somersaults a long distance through the air to a big boulder. He bends his knees, and then he says in English, 1, 2, 3. His face returns to his regular shape for Nika, and then 0. And this is all in English. He turned the boulder to rubber and built up tension in his legs and sprung off like a trampoline. With smoke clouds behind him, and he spins his arms rapidly like the Gum Pinwheel, UFO, Gatling gun, except it's significantly faster is what they say. Now here is what made my jaw drop when I read these spoilers. I was like, say word. Kaido thinking to himself, what in the hell is this guy made of? He returns, right? He comes, coaches his little, downbow thingamajigging Conqueror's Haki with some powerful Haki, and he's getting ready to go with his final attack. It affects the surroundings, and Luffy says, this is what freedom looks like. I've never seen anything like this. Oh, excuse me. Kaido says that. This is what freedom looks like. I've never seen anything like that. Kaido out loud. Someone that can take me down doesn't exist in the world. He's swinging his Kanabo with his Conqueror's power behind it and his coating armament Haki behind it. Luffy spins his arms, and they go around the Kanaba. So now it's bending around him. Super elastic on some goofy long snake stuff. And his fist goes through Kaido's face and out the back of his head, coated in Hashokoko, aka the armament Haki. My man punched through Luffy. My man punched through Kaido on some Mortal Kombat finishing technique stuff, bro. Blew his brains out, bro. Pause. Unpause. And then Yamato and Momonosuke get shocked, and Kaido goes flying as Luffy's fist returns to him, still with the follow through. And he says, "This is fun, Kaido, huh?" Oh, Luffy out here just being disrespectful to everything that the Beast Pirate King God Lord has been. He out here playing a fair game of Yu-Gi-Oh! But my man Luffy was like, you thought, Toon World, say goodbye to everything you believe in. That battlefield, we don't have no battlefields out here. I am the battlefield. Direct life point damage. And he is giving him this work. And you know what really did it for me at the end of this chapter? No break next week. You got dang right. So that is the 10:45 extra spoilers that just dropped. And I had to hop back on twice, give you this nice, thick 18-minute review because, it's about to be crazy when this chapter drops. And you best believe I'm finna be on it. On it. It's your man, Shanime. I appreciate you. Life, liberty, love. You already know the vibes. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that notification bell to be notified for any and new uploaded videos that I will drop. That being said, we out.
Rocking alone up in these city nights. Yeah. Whipping and dipping, I just need a new way. Call on your phone, girl, I'ma need you right here. Back in my feelings, but it's really too late.